Hello and welcome to a new series here on YouTube where we review wrestling action figures, starting with the AEW Supreme Collection CM Punk by Jazwares. So taking a look at the packaging then, and you can see the figure is at the front. There is the logo at the top and the CM Punk nameplate at the bottom. Each side you can see the accessories that you get with the figure. And on the back, there is an image of CM Punk from the match in question the figure is based. The bottom, there is a barcode, and the top, there is a window. But as we all know, boxes are for the bin, so let's see what's within. So here's the figure out of the packaging, and I must say it's a very good figure. The likeness is very good. It does have the Cobra tattoo and the Pepsi one, which I know is missing on a lot of other figures. The microphone is okay. I mean, it doesn't really fit in the hand, but that's not really much to worry about. And yes, it's a very good figure out of the box. So let's take a look now at the accessories that you get with the figure. So these are the accessories you get with the figure, starting with the microphone, which has got the AEW logo all the way around. I mean, the handle is very small and doesn't really fit in the hand, but it does the job that is needed. Then you have the hooded top that the figure came in. It has the CM Punk logo on the chest, and on the back it's fairly good fabric goods. It does have Velcro to put the together. These accessories come in these little packaging, which I guess is good to keep them all together. You get 6 hands, you get the AEW title belt, and you get 3 alternative heads, which we will look at in a second. The other one, you get an extra pair of legs, which are okay, but there's not really a lot of detail to them. And you get a CM Punk shirt with the logo CM Punk on the front and nothing on the back, again with the Velcro to take the shirt on and off. A lot of accessories, which is very good for this figure. The hooded top is particularly well presented. The logos are very well printed on, and that is the accessories of the figure. So continue to look at the accessories. The spare hands do have the tattoo drug-free on the knuckles. They are very well presented. There are different hands for different features, different ways to pose the figure. You get 6 different hands, of which these I guess are the go to sleep posing hands. There's also the AEW belt, which is very well done. It's very well detailed. You can see the AEW logos are very well presented on it, and they are painted on. As I said, you do get these extra legs, which I don't really know if people will use. I mean, there's not really a lot to them. I mean, if you do take the figure, you can take the figure apart very easily, and the new legs do fit on very well. But I don't know about the lack of detail on the boots, whether that was part of the match, as I've never really watched the match what this is based on. But they do go off and on very easily, but I do prefer the original legs with the detailing on the boots rather than the spare ones which don't. So if we look at the likeness of the figure, and I have to say that the likeness is very good. You do get the tattoo, the neck tattoo on the head sculpt rather than on the neck of the figure. But as you can see by the picture comparison, it is a very good likeness to CM Punk. You get these 2 extra spare heads, and there's a screaming head as well, which does go very well with the figure. As I said, they are very good likenesses. I mean, as you'll see in a moment, the likenesses of CM Punk has always been an issue for me when it comes to action figures. They just don't look like him as far as I'm concerned. But this is a very good likeness to the CM Punk and in question, and I think it's probably the best feature of the figure. So taking a look at the CM Punk tattoos, and they are very well presented, they are very well painted, and they are all there from what I can tell. I mean, you do also get the Pepsi tattoo, which is a very likeness, but it's made to look like what it is without actually really looking like it. I guess for the old copyright restrictions, they have to do it like this. You've got the playing cards on the back of the arm, and all the other tattoos are there. You've got a dragon on the bicep, and you have the ones on the other side as well, with the ones and the spider web on the elbow. And also again, you've got the cobra tattoo, which again is made to look like, but not too accurate to the official one. The only tattoos that are missing are the ones on the legs, but I guess that they were not added to the figure. And you have the one on the stomach, and there are continuous tattoos on the back, and as I said, sometimes the tattoo is on the neck, but this is on the back of the head. But they are very well presented, they are very well painted onto the figure, and they look very good indeed. So for the articulation section, the head goes back that much, forward that much. There's no real side to side. It goes all the way around 360. The arm goes all the way around. It goes out that far, which is very good. It's got a bicep swivel, which does 360. The elbow bends just past 90, and there is a butterfly joint at the shoulder. It crunches forward that much and back that much, and has a little bit of lateral movement. The leg moves all the way forward there, goes back that much. There is a thigh cut which goes all the way around. At the knee, bends to there. You could probably get it more if you take the knee pad off. There is a calf swivel at the boot. The ankle goes back that far, forward there, and there is articulation at the toe. So let's compare it then to other CM Punk figures that I have. We have the long tights version also from Jazwares AEW, and we have the Mattel WWE figure from a few years ago. Now these two figures here are basically the same figure. They've just got more detail on the Supreme figure than the long tights AEW one. So we'll take this one out of the way. The focus, I think, really needs to go on the Mattel comparison. And let's be honest, there isn't one. I mean, you look at the likenesses. I mean, I don't really know what they did with this Mattel one. I mean, if CM Punk's ever in a cartoon series, I guess this is what he would look like. But that looks absolutely nothing like him. And this is the issue, I think, with a lot of CM Punk figures, is that they just do not, the likenesses have never been close. I mean, the tattoos are the same. I mean, they're all right, but compared to the AEW figure, well, there's just no real comparison. I mean, I did add the Pepsi and Cobra tattoos. The Mattel figure doesn't come with either of them on it. And as I said earlier in the video, it's a likeness to both of the tattoos without actually looking like what it's meant to be, which I think is a way better way of doing it. And I mean, it comes with the tattoos on the hands, but they're just poor. They're just not to the same quality as this Supreme figure. Now, I know that I'm probably comparing a lesser priced figure to a more Supreme, a more marketed figure, better done maybe, but it just doesn't compare. The Mattel, these older figures, I guess, but I've seen recent pictures of the new ones that are coming out, and they don't really look much better than this. I mean, For me personally, if you can get this CM Punk figure, then you don't really need any other CM Punk figures for me. I mean, there's just no real comparison between the two. So just doing the few posing with the figure, and I guess the basic cross-legged is the CM Punk pose, which you can kind of get the figure in. I mean, I'm sure if you took the knee pads off, you can cross the legs a little bit further, but that is the best I could do with the articulation as is with the knee pads on. It does kind of work. I mean, you can kind of get it in that position if you wanted to do figure photography. The other pose, of course, is the go to sleep pose, which again, you can get the figure in very well. The butterfly joints and certainly help with posing the figure and putting it into the position with the opponent on the shoulders. Here I'm using the Supreme Cody Rhodes, which I may review in a later date. But that is the pose if you wanted to, again, for figure photography. In the go to sleep pose, you could certainly do it very easily. And just one last pose, if you wanted to pose him in the go to sleep taunt, he can do it. The head does rest onto the hands if you can get it on there, and it does look very well. Certainly if you wanted to pose it on a shelf like that, that would look very good indeed. So in conclusion, I would say a very good figure. Probably easily the best CM Punk figure I've ever had or that I have seen, and certainly a figure that I would recommend getting hold of if you are a CM Punk fan and you want a figure that actually looks like CM Punk and that you can put in most of his signature poses. I do think that this is probably the best figure that CM Punk will ever have. And although Mattel will have an Ultimates, they'll have Elites, I've seen what they've got coming out, and I just don't think that they compare to this figure at all. As I said, if you are a CM Punk fan, I would pick up this figure, and it would definitely get a 10 out of 10 for me. I just cannot find any faults with it at all. As I said, the only real fault I could probably say are the details on the boots of the spare legs, but you don't really need them anyway. And as a base figure, I just think it is easily the best figure that they've had of CM Punk. So that is the end of the review. If you've liked the review, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more figure reviews coming up in the future.